Salakia, but we in Ezekiel 35, man. Because this is what the Lord got planned for you devils, man. First, he's going to do away with your reign, your rulership. And not just that, he's going to do away with you. He's going to do away with you, man. He's going to do away with you devils, man. Being the so-called white man. Ezekiel 35:1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it. Now, Mount Seir is Esau, Edom. He don't come from the Caucasus Mountains. He comes from Mount Seir. We pushed that nigga into the Caucasus Mountains. But he's originally from Mount Seir. And say unto it, Thus saith the Lord, thy power, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. And this is, we're going to keep reading, man. Because thou hast had perpetual hatred, as should the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time of their iniquity, had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. And that's going to be, let me see. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that possesseth, that passes out, and him that returneth. And we're going to end it right there, man. And that verse above it, verse 6, that's speaking about him pretty much wiping out the nation of Edom. He said he's going to prepare thee unto blood. That means there's nothing going to be left of the nation of Edom but blood. They're going to be all gone. You know what I'm saying? And like he said before that, like I was reading, he said, set your face against Mount Seir, which the prophets are doing, and are prophesying the downfall of Mount Seir, Esau Edom's rulership. And they're going to be made desolate. And how is the Lord going to make it desolate? As we read in Revelations, Revelation 17, as we read in Revelation 17, and go back, 17 and 17, it says that for the power hath put it in their hearts to fulfill his will. I just want to read that part. And he's going to do that by them horns, hating that harlot, and making her desolate with thermonuclear missiles. And we're reading about that in this article, which I'm going to put the link to the screen below. It speaks about how America's in fear of the punishment they could receive from these other nations because they not suitable, man. It's Malachi 4:1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly, shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. The Lord is finna uproot this devil, man. It said the day cometh that it shall burn as an oven. That's speaking about what? The 200 thermonuclear missiles destroying Babylon the Great, man. It's gonna be hot like an oven, man. Even hotter, really. But that's just a, you know what I'm saying? A parable. It's gonna burn like an oven. It scripture say the elements shall melt away with fervent heat, boy. You know what I'm saying? And all that are proud and do wickedly. We know there's proud and wickedly amongst our nation. That's why the 2/3 are going to be left behind, and they're going to be destroyed from the 200 thermonuclear missiles. That's why they're going to be left behind, because they're being proud and doing wickedly. So they're on the same accord with Esau. The Lord is coming to destroy the proud. He coming to rid this earth of unrighteousness, starting with the most wicked of them all, Esau. And after we get rid of Esau, we're going to beat and break the necks, the stiff neck of these nations. We're going to beat them down with a rod of iron, man. And they're going to learn how to be righteous. But before that, we got to get rid of that nigga Esau. That's going to be the example. You know, parents probably have kids. They whip that one kid and make sure all the other kids are watching. Because if you do the same thing he do, you're going to get that ass whooping. That's how we're going to do that. The heathen nation, we're going to show them. If anybody do not want to bend down to the nation of Israel, this is going to be your punishment. And I'm speaking about after Babylon have been turned to fucking ashes and been a desert. This is when is being turned to ashes. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to read that again. Malachi 4:1. For behold, the day cometh. So it's a prophecy, and we can't wait on it, man. Lord will, we're not part of that stubble. We're part of the ones looking at the stubble. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to strike fear in us. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be like it says, there's nothing sweeter than the fear of the Lord. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, said the Lord of hosts. Who is it going to burn up? The proud, the ones that do wickedly. That's the 2/3 nation of Israel. And Esau, sneezy shall burn them up, said the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. So they ain't gonna be left. No wicked gonna be left. You're gonna get uprooted, man. Uprooted. And we're gonna jump to Jeremiah 50:9, and we'll jump down to 23. For lo, I will raise and cause to come against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrow shall be as mighty of an Ephraim man. None shall return in vain. This is really a precept upon Revelation 17. What was that, 17:16? Yeah, 17:16, because it's speaking about those nations, you know what I'm saying, that's going to come up against Babylon the Great and make her eat her flesh and make her bare. And those arrows are referring to thermonuclear missiles. They're not going to really shoot arrows from one side of the earth. No. It's talking about thermonuclear missiles, or supersonic missiles, ICBM missile, any type of nuclear missile they got in their arsenal. They shooting it at Babylon the Great to make her desolate. And like I said, none shall return in vain. So ain't no missile going to hit a U-turn. No, it's going to go and do the will that the Lord said, do his will. It's going to go and do what it's supposed to do, which is annihilate and make Babylon desolate. And that what the articles, America's in fear of that. And fear of that punishment being made desolate. Losing the war. But that's why they prophesied you was going to lose. That's why the Lord has you in that. And, you know, that's why this devil going to rage, man. Because, you know, this devil's, she's like, I'm losing it. And this is Obadiah 1:7. And we're going to get it in the NLT. This is Obadiah 1:7. And actually, before we get that, I forgot to get to Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah 50:23. So a little bit down. How was the hammer? And let me see what the previous verse says. Salakia. Jeremiah 50:22. A sound of battle is in the land, and of great destruction. How was the hammer? So there's a battle going on with the hammer. He lost. How was the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation amongst the nations? And who was this talking about? I mean, just said Babylon. That's that hammer that's become broken. As the Lord speaks about, he's going to break the staff thereof. You know what I'm saying? Broken. Has become broken. And how the Lord's going to make it become broken? By the laser beam of the chariots. And that's a different type of fire, man. That's a different type of fire. That's hotter than the nuclear missiles. And the nuclear missiles are real hot. You got to think about that, man. And do you think about the 200 thermonuclear missiles alongside with laser beams from the chariots? We don't even know how many laser beams coming from the chariots, but we know it's going to be hot. Man, that hammer going to be gone. And that hammer being Babylon the Great. America. Now, this is Obadiah 1:7. We'll end off with this. Obadiah 1:7 in the NLT. All your allies will turn against you. Speaking about Babylon the Great. They will help to chase you from your land. They will promise you peace while plotting to deceive and destroy you. Your trusted friends will set traps for you, and you won't even know about it. And that's what's going to happen, man. Going back to Revelation 17:16. The 10 horns that thou sawest upon the beast shall hate the whore, and eat her flesh and make her desolate. That's her allies coming against her, man. And they ain't just going to be her allies. It's going to be their rivals. Think about that. Your friends whooping your ass, and the niggas that don't like you whooping your ass. Never fun to happen to Babylon the Great. It's friends finna beat them up, and the ones that are the enemies finna beat them up. So they, his end all be all. Like the Lord said, I shall fill her cup to the double. This place is finna get towed up. It's finna get messed up. The missiles it's finna be so many missiles being shot upon the earth that the earth gonna move back and forth like a drunkard, man. You know when a person drunk, they stumbling and shit, can't walk. The earth gonna be stumbling and stuff, man. It's gonna be a great land masses being moved because it's a lot of stuff's gonna happen, man. And we're gonna see all of it. Lord willing, be those men that own the church. That's the elect. They're gonna be delivered from that day. But Lord will, this is edifying through the power and spirit of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah, man. Salakia for the pauses, man. But no demons. But I'll put the link to this article in the description below, man. And yeah, man, Babylon is falling, man. The great millstone coming down on this thing. As it says in the scripture, man. This place is done. It's done. But see, I'm gonna say shalom, man.